you very much, Elio, for that wonderful delivery and for those great sentiments. Delegates, I now wish to, as we settle into the preparations for our business this morning, I want to raise the matter of the confirmation of voting rights. There are 345 potential votes. In line with our statutes and with our Council decision of last year, the Presidency recommends to suspend the following parties for their voting rights for the Congress, given that they have not paid their membership fees for several years. We're not expelling anybody, we're simply saying that you do not have voting rights for this particular Congress. The three parties in question are the PSI Italy, which has 3 votes, the Latvian Social Democratic Party, 3 votes, and Union Praski in Poland, 3 votes. This leaves us with 336 valid votes. Is everybody clear? Can I therefore call a vote? Those in favour of accepting the decision of the Council last year and the Presidency, please show their hands. Okay. Those against? Thank you, delegates. I declare that the vote has been carried, and this leaves us with 336 valid votes. Thank you. I now call on Anna Lynn to take the Okay. Now, there are 2 other items of formal business that I need to get your assent to. Can Congress adopt the agenda for today? I think you can. Thank you. And can you adopt the rules of procedure? All those in favour? All those against? Our rules of procedure have been adopted. And I now give the floor to Anne. I beg your pardon, I haven't done this before. Not here. I have to confirm the Congress Bureau and our tellers. The Congress Bureau is Anna Lind from Sweden, Gilles Mahieu from Belgium, Andreas Schieder from SPO Austria, and Karolina Lekovic from Croatia. And the Congress tellers are Joe Billingham, Labour UK, Kirsten Meyer, Netherlands, Tero Shemeka, Finland, and Konrad Galata of Poland. Can I take it that those are agreed? All those in favour? All those against? Our Bureau and our tellers have been confirmed. Thank you very much indeed. Now I give the floor at last to Anna.
Thank you, Rory. I have the honor to introduce to you a man with many qualities and many experiences. He has been a journalist, an international secretary, a party leader, and prime minister. He was the one who took his country into the European Union. But for us here today, he is actually the man who took responsibility for our European party in a very difficult time. And he did it so well that he is now the only candidate for PES President. Please give a warm hand for Sergei Stanishev.
Dear friends, Dear comrades, I'm really excited to stand in front of you again, almost 1 year after I was challenged by you and I took the responsibility to lead the Party of European Socialists until the Congress today. That was a short and hectic time which was full with work, hard work, a lot of problems to overcome and strong commitment on my behalf. Don't take me wrong, these months were also months of excitement and joy from the work with all of you, because I saw our strength growing, our political messages winning the hearts and minds of people around Europe. But first and foremost, I saw growing confidence and unity of our family, ready to lead together, shoulder by shoulder, the changes in Europe and worldwide. A year ago, I presented to you my 5 priorities for the PES for this period of time. First and foremost, that was the pressing need to further develop our political line and concrete proposals for a way out of the crisis. With proactive behavior and activities of PES and its members, with the support of trade unions and NGOs, with an open approach to everyone who wants to talk, and with the decisive backing of the growing number of socialist prime ministers, as well as the increased influence of the socialist group in the European Parliament, I think we succeeded in one thing: reshaping the debate and thinking in Europe. We managed to shift Europe's priorities from hopeless austerity to the job creation and growth agenda. And I think this is a very important political and moral victory. Because, do you remember, until recently, the word growth was almost forbidden at the European Council. It was only austerity, financial balances, but it's not working. And this is what we want to change. Second, defending democracy was and will always remain a key focal point for the PES, because it's not only about authoritarian or totalitarian regimes around the world. Democracy needs to be protected and fought for on a daily basis also in the European Union, even in the old democracies, not to mention the new member states, and it's a big challenge. And in this period, we never sat idle as a family or as a party when we were seeing human rights violated, media pressed by authorities, or political changes done in favor of one political party. This is unacceptable for us, and this is something we shall fight against in the future. Thirdly, PES can only be strong if every member party is strong at home among the citizens of their nation. And this is why I promised, and I did my best, to help every party which was in a national election campaign or had political events which were important or had a political campaign back home. Because for me, there are no big and small parties. We are all members of one family. We have to support each other strongly. And it was a great joy to see the political landscape in Europe changing finally. I do remember when I was elected an interim president, we only had 2 prime ministers in the European Council out of 27. And Elio was elected practically on the day when you gave me your confidence. And now we have social democratic prime ministers also, apart from Denmark, Belgium, Austria, in Slovenia, in Slovakia, Croatia, in France, where our Socialist Party gave a huge boost of hope to all of us. And recently we had an outstanding breakthrough for the PVDA in the Netherlands, which campaigned in a very honest way in favor of Europe in a country which was recently very skeptical about the European Union. And dear friends, I can tell you that I believe that very soon we shall have social democrats in power after elections in Lithuania and in Romania. And this is a trend which we can make happen. Fourth, the renewal process of our social democracy was launched in 2009. We have adopted together our Declaration of Principles, and this is a very important step forward. We are working hard now on our new fundamental program, and it will be our cornerstone for the next political manifesto of the European Socialists in 2014. I believe that we need to be very clear about values. We need to keep our tradition, but also adjust them to the new realities and give concrete pledges to the citizens of Europe, what we want to change if socialists win power at a national and European level. This is essential, and we shall continue this work. And finally, I committed myself to ensure a smooth transition to Congress in 2012. Well, today we are all together, stronger, and I would say more optimistic. And I would like to thank everybody for the support which I had, especially Rory Quinn, as chair of the presidency at this period and chair of our Congress, Philippe Cordery, our Secretary General, and of course, all of you in the European Parliament, in the Committee of Regions, in all European institutions, in FEPS, and in the national parties, which gave me the chance to have this challenge in front of me. Dear friends, now I would like to share with you my vision about the PES for the future. I must say that if I receive today the confidence of this Congress, I will follow the following 5 principles and rules in my behavior. First is unity, because we can only be strong if we are united. We are not the same. We have different political cultures in our country, different history. Some parties are in opposition, other parties are in power, and many other diversities. But we have common values, and we are united, as we are today at the Congress. Only this will give us strength. The second principle, commitment and solidarity. I think that solidarity is the core of our family, and we have to keep to it. If a party is in trouble, even if it makes a mistake, we should help, we should share, we should discuss openly, and also help them in their fight with their opponents from the conservatives or extreme nationalists in their countries, because every party needs the support from the comrades from other political parties, from our family. Thirdly, mutual respect. I think this is essential. This is like in human life. If you respect the others, you will receive the same treatment. And I believe that we do respect each other. Parties from the old member countries, from the new member countries, parties where, who are the founding members of the European Union, and also newcomers, like my party and my country. I think this is essential. Fourth, coordination. We have our representatives all around Europe, practically in every municipality, in every region, in every country, and at a European level.
Very good. Very pleased to meet you. And
we have, of course, a clear goal, the 2014 elections, and we can achieve it if we work together in good coordination, aiming there to change the political balance in Europe in favor of citizens, in favor of the people of Europe. And
I'm still waiting for Ellie and
inclusion and dialogue.
Just going to arrive whenever
dialogue with everyone,
and,
with the trade unions in the first place, with the NGOs,
they have
with citizens. I believe this is our responsibility, and this will be the rules which I will follow and which will lead me if I have your confidence today. I'm sure that one of the major issues which should be a priority for the PES President is to define the socialist answer to the crisis, to define our economic and social alternative. And this is possible. It is not true, and nobody believes it anymore when the Conservatives are saying there is no other way but austerity.
Yeah.
No, people
I think so.
don't believe it anymore. And you can see it every day on the streets and on the TV screens. People are getting angry, I mean really angry, because they suffer.
See you in a minute.
And Europe is perceived more as a negative force. Where is the European dream? Where is the hope which Europe was providing for generations? Where was the safety and confidence that next generations will be living better? It's gone, because Europe is perceived as something which is only punishing people, not the financial markets, who are too big to fail, not the banks, but the average citizens. And this is not just. It cannot go on like that anymore. We want to change it. And when we say about our alternative, of course people are asking how. How will you provide it? We can do it in a clear way on the basis of elaboration of a number of concrete tools. We have working hard to provide instruments for investment stimulus for growth and employment, which is a prerequisite to achieve sustainable budgets. Austerity only is a way nowhere. We should strengthen the economic and monetary union, including Eurobonds, stabilizing the euro with help of tackle the debt crisis, which is the main obstacle for economic recovery in large parts of Europe. We need also bold steps, finally, 4 years after the beginning of the crisis, for market regulation and supervision in combination with reforms of the banking sector. And we need to use all available tools. The European Investment Bank should be strengthened to credit the real economy. The multi-annual financial framework from 2014 should be used as an investment tool for growth and for social cohesion. And this is what we shall be fighting for in the European Parliament, in the Council, and then in the European elections. I can hear recently that the Conservatives are giving again their new recipes. I heard the speech launched by the President of the European Commission, Mr. Barroso, who said that he's sharing the vision of European Union as a federation of nations, whatever it means. But dear friends, we are ready to participate in debates which should lead to a more democratic, accountable, efficient and more united European Union. And we shall be ready. We shall discuss it in our family with our positions. But let me tell you, I am afraid that this debate is a bit premature. Because what do we face today? Have we resolved the issues of the crisis? After almost 30 historic European Councils, each one claiming that the recipe, the prescription against the crisis is finally there. No. Shouldn't we better discuss the issue and the concerns of young men and women who cannot find jobs? Yes, we should discuss this now and how we change the situation now. And this is what the Youth Guarantee is about. And we shall lead this campaign to a successful ending and result at the European level legislation. We shall never give up of this idea. Am I right? Do you support me? Thank you. Shouldn't we talk about the problems of the elderly people who cannot meet fundamental needs with their pensions? This is what we should discuss in the first place. And when we say that there is an alternative, this is not just a pragmatic alternative. We want to change the very essence of the Union in favor of a social union, which is based on equal chances, solidarity, justice, and possibilities for women and for young people. Dear friend, I mentioned, and we all understand that in order to achieve our ideas, we need political strength. But also, we need to protect and defend democracy. Because I think this is fundamental. This is a pillar of the European Union. And I think we have serious problems now in many countries. Recently, I saw a public opinion poll a few days ago in my country where more than 50% of Bulgarians are saying that they don't think that their vote counts and that the elections are manipulated. Do you think it's normal in the European Union in the 21st century? I don't. We need to resist any attempt against democratic standards. And this is very important for me, that in the resolution of the Congress we are proposing a monitoring mechanism on the standards of democracy, not only in the accession countries, but also in every country of the European Union. We need to have this mechanism, and we need a mechanism of sanctions which we shall elaborate. To achieve all our goals, we really need a strong and visible PES. And for this purpose, I proposed yesterday to the outgoing presidency, I believe, a strong team of committed people who will be working hard for even more efficient, strong, visible PES, which will gain confidence of European citizens, and I thank all of them for their willingness to commit to our fight. But of course we should do much more. We have one big asset. This is the activist network. The only European political party with 25,000 activists who are all around the European countries. I would like to thank them for their commitment, for their hard work in all our campaigns, and our aim should be, I think, to double the number of our activists, because they are our army for the European elections. And coming to the European elections, I think this time we shall have one big advantage in comparison to 2009. Not only a political manifesto, but also our candidate for the President of the European Commission, democratically elected. Behind this candidate, we shall all line and stand and wage a fight in order to win the next European elections. And we shall, I believe, have a successful process in the next year. We need to strengthen our networks, our working groups, but this can only happen, dear friends, with the involvement of each party, and I ask you kindly for a strong personal involvement in our work. We can only do it together. PES should also make further efforts to increase our influence by improved coordination and unity of actions and institutions. I would like to thank Hannes Svoboda, the leader of our group. I would like to thank Karl-Heinz, the leader of our group in the Committee of Regions. I'd like to thank all our representatives, at the first place Martin Schulz in the European Parliament, for the excellent cooperation with the group and with the socialists in all the institutions, including the European Commission. Because if we have this good coordination, then we can really achieve our goals. And I have a number of concrete measures in this direction which will be discussed at the first presidency. I mentioned the election manifesto, the fundamental program. They will be powerful tools in our hands in the political debates at the national and also European level. And what we really need to make is to have a truly European campaign this time. Not just a collection of 28 by then national campaigns. Usually they are against or in favor of the government. This time, if we want to return confidence in democratic Europe, in social Europe, we need to make a European campaign. And we know how. We have clear priorities in this direction, including establishing a task force which will be working at the European level to support the national election campaigns, and which will also identify key European speakers from different member parties to be invited to campaign events in other parties. So we show our solidarity and our strength. Today, The world requires stronger interaction and global solidarity between the progressive forces. It is our responsibility to strengthen the PES presence at the global political map, further strengthening of our ties with the neighborhood countries with specific focus on the Middle East, Northern Africa and the Eastern Partnership, more substantial engagement in the Western Balkan countries in support of the accession process of these countries to the European Union, and we socialists have concrete achievements there, and efforts to develop global progressive networks and strategic partnerships in coordination and to complement the activity of the Socialist International. Dear friends, I would like to say just a few things as a Bulgarian as well. Standing in front of you, I can tell you that I'm extremely moved and extremely proud to have the chance to be a candidate for the President of the Party of European Socialists. This is, I think, important for also all my comrades from the Socialist Party in Bulgaria, because it's a huge honor and also a great responsibility for every socialist. I think that the members of my party do deserve this confidence from you. Recently, we had a big campaign collecting signatures for a referendum in the recent months. We collected 770,000 signatures. And you know, one party member who is 102 years old, who has been a party member practically for all his life, he personally collected more than 500 signatures. And I think I owe him and many other members of my party this chance to stand here in front of you and to go to be a president of the Party of European Socialists. I can also tell you that for Bulgaria, it will be great confidence, a great moment, because my country is one of the newest members of the European Union. My country is not the biggest country. We have our problems. But what the Party of European Socialists is saying, through your trust, is that we believe in Bulgaria. And I'm grateful to the European Socialists that European Socialists, unlike the Conservatives, has always supported the process of reforms in my country and the process of our European integration in any way. Thank you very much. There are many things which I don't like, which are happening in my country today, which are far away from European standards. And if I have your trust, I will do everything possible to make Bulgaria a country which is proud. A country which is not only proud with our culture, past, heritage, but also proud with our position as a respected country in the European Union. This needs a lot of work. And finally, coming back to our major goal, 2014. I believe this mission is possible. I am confident about this. And I believe that if we have our faith in our values, our unity, our solidarity, our coordination, we shall achieve it. And this will be a good day for European citizens more than 1.5 years from now, in 2014, when we shall be able to say European Socialists won the elections, and this is a good day for Europe. Thank you very much, and all the best to you.